Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Teacher Candace, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you all about short notice classes. I've gotten lots of questions about what they are, how do I get them, should I start them right away from new teachers that I'm helping in the hiring process, and so I know it's really common and I want to make it a little more simple for you guys. So what a short notice class is it is a class that is booked within 24 hours of its starting. That's what it is. So now it cannot be booked within 1 hour of its starting. So you're always going to have that 1 hour, but it could be booked 12 hours before it starts, 4 hours before it starts, 2 hours before it starts. It's just a class that you have on very short notice and you don't have a lot of time to prepare. Now, why would someone want to take a short notice class? Now, there are a few reasons. One is that you get more money. You'll get an extra $2 every time you teach a short notice class, which is awesome. You can give yourself a little raise there. The second reason is it can help you increase your bookings. So most classes in VIPKid are scheduled or booked 2 weeks in advance. But sometimes all of your spots that you have available are not booked by parents, in which case you could just click that short notice button and maybe you can get some, it gives you another opportunity to get more bookings for any parents who are looking for a last minute class for their child, or for a student who's trying out VIPKid who's looking to try it out right away. And so those are some reasons to do it. It also is a great way to get some new faces in your schedule as well, if you're interested in meeting some new students. Now, who do I think short notice classes are great for? Well, they're great for a few different people. I would say they're great for seasoned teachers who are very, very comfortable with VIPKid curriculum and style, because you don't have very much time to prepare, and usually if you've taught a lot of classes, you don't need a lot of time to prepare. I've taught over 4,500 classes and I do no preparation anymore for my classes. I've had so many repeat classes. I am just super familiar with everything that I just get up and I teach whatever's in front of me, and I still get excellent parent ratings. And that is the case for a lot of VIPKid teachers who've been doing this for a lot of time. It's not abnormal to get to that point. So I would definitely say those are great for that kind of teacher. It's also great for a new teacher who is feeling pretty comfortable right away with VIPKid curriculum and has a lot of extra time. So if they, only have a few hours to prepare for that class, they have that time available to them to devote some time to prepare. I am always hesitant for very new teachers to do short notice classes who are still not very comfortable with VIPKid curriculum, just because you won't have that much time. And I found that most new teachers spend a lot of time preparing for their mock class, and I feel that most of them still need a fair amount of time to prepare for their first few classes at least, because you want to make sure those are really good so you can get those great parent ratings that are going to really set you up long term to continue to get bookings. And you wouldn't want to take a class short notice and feel frazzled, not have time to prepare, and it just bombs and you get, bad ratings right away. That would be really hard, for a new teacher emotionally, and it'd be hard for parents to continue to book with you if, you've taught one class and you got a really bad rating. So I'm a little hesitant to recommend this to brand new teachers who aren't feeling very comfortable with VIPKid's curriculum yet. Now, what I recommend is that brand new teachers, they first try to open up their availability without the short notice class and try and get some bookings that way. I also have a bookings video that I recommend, and I created it. I give my best tips about getting bookings, and you can check that out in the description box. And so if you've done everything in that video and you are still not getting bookings, that is a time where I say, okay, let's try some short notice classes, because I would say it's better to, get something, get the ball rolling a little bit, than to have no classes and just be waiting around and feeling like, oh, I've wasted my time. I've spent so much time preparing for this job and nothing's coming. So I wouldn't want someone to get discouraged like that, in which case I would say, go ahead and try those short notice classes and do the best you can to prepare the best you can for those classes. Now, if you are also serious about getting short notice classes, I would recommend you also getting the trial certification. Trial certification, short notice classes, they go really, really well together. Why is that? It's because trial classes are classes of children with children who are not part of VIPKid. They are just trying it out for free to see if they like it, to see if their parents like it and want to pay for it. So if you wanted to try something out, you probably would want to try it out right away. You probably wouldn't want to be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll try it in 2 weeks. No, you'd want to try it right away. And if you're VIPKid's sales team, would you want someone who's interested in your product to try it now or to try it in 2 weeks? You'd want them to try it right now. In 2 weeks, they might not be interested anymore. And so because of that, trial classes are often booked with very short notice. And so, within those 24 hours, I've gotten a lot of trial classes on that short notice option. Now, one thing I would tell you is that VIPKid recently came out with an option for you to accept or decline when it comes to trial classes. So what VIPKid had been doing is if you got a trial class, at any moment, that class could change. It could change students, in which case it could be changing the lesson. That could happen a few minutes before the class started. That could happen once you're in the class. If you're in the class for a few minutes and no student came, the screen might refresh and there's a new student there. And so that's because there's a high cancellation and no-show rate for trial classes. These parents are not paying for it, so something comes up, they just don't show up or they just cancel. In which case, VIPKid then is paying you to sit and do nothing. And so what they started to do was to just replace those with students who are interested right now. Now, what I found is that they started to give us this option where we could choose to have it switched, or we could say, no, I don't want it switched, in which case, if the student didn't show up, I would just get half pay for that trial class, and then I'd have an extra 15 minutes to do whatever I liked, but I just wouldn't get full pay for the class. Now, when they started to give us the option, I decided, hey, I'll try it out without having the student switch. I'll give myself a few minutes, take half pay, and go do something else. I have small children, so maybe I check and see if they're awake, I can get a bite to eat, whatever I want to do. And when I did that, my trial classes just went away. I didn't get any more trial classes. I don't know if I got any more. And so what I highly recommend is that you do press that button and allow it to switch, because it makes sense that VIPKid wouldn't give it to someone like me, because then they risk paying me to do nothing when teacher Cindy is willing to have her class switched last minute, so then they're paying her to do something. And so if you're serious about getting the short notice classes, the $2 bonus, I highly recommend joining it with the trial certification and making sure that you allow VIPKid to switch it at any minute. And that might seem difficult because then, how are you going to prepare when it's switched last minute? You kind of get used to teaching on the fly a bit, and the classes for the trial classes, there are only a handful of trial class options for the different levels. And so it's not that bad. You get used to those different options, and then those are the same trial classes that you teach. Most trial classes I find are lower level, and there's really mostly 2 that I do. So that's about short notice classes. And so that's all about it. If you guys have other questions, please put a comment below. You can shoot me an email as well. And if you are a applicant for VIPKid, you haven't been hired yet, but you're in the hiring process and you're, trying to get all this information in before you get started, I would love for you to add me as your referring teacher. And I have helped many applicants get hired into VIPKid. I'm one of their top referrers, and I have created lots of free, awesome resources for you. I've got a free e-course, an opportunity to earn a free Amazon gift card, some free printables. We can meet together and practice all sorts of things, because this job is awesome, and I want to help as many people get into VIPKid as I can. It's made a huge difference for me, and I'm sure it's going to make a big difference for a lot of other people too. So if you would like to do that, you can add my referral code CANDA0006 to your application. Just be sure to add it before you sign your contract with VIPKid. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next episode, because I put out lots of great videos to help simplify VIPKid for you so you can be a successful teacher. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.